What would it take to have a calm, relaxing evening that then leads into an unhurried morning that you could enjoy so that you have an amazing day? Well, I'll tell you, it's a dialed in evening routine. You know, a great day actually starts the night before. Recently, I did a video and I talked about really good, strong morning habits for your day to have a great day. But really, it actually starts the night before. So I want to give you 5 really tips. A lot of them you already know, but I want you to really think about putting it into practice for you and your family. Number 1 might surprise you, but instead of thinking, okay, we're going to eat at 6 or 5:30 or whenever, think instead, when do you want to be done? So for example, if I want to be done with everything at 7, then I need to focus on there and then go backwards and say by 7 o'clock, I want the kitchen clean, I want food put away, so that then I can go into the rest of the evening enjoying myself. Too often what we do is we eat at 6, but then we really don't have any plan for the rest of the evening. We eat. Too often, we get up from the table, we put away the dishes, but we don't necessarily do all of the rest. The putting of the way, and yet that's the perfect time to plan for the next day. One of the things I like to do is take leftovers and maybe go ahead and put those away in a dish. One of the things I did for years is I had one of these little mini crock pots. And it's perfect because I would put the leftovers in this metal little tin, and then I left this part at work. And then each day I brought this with something else. It could be soup, you could heat leftovers, casserole, whatever. And then I would plug it in, and in 35, 40 minutes, I had a hot lunch. So one of the things that I like to do is to have steel cut oats for breakfast in the morning. So I'll go ahead and I'll cut up the apple, the dates, throw the raisins in, the craisins, and then the next day, and soak the oats. But then the next day, dump those in with the oats, plug it in for 10 minutes, and I have delicious, hot, piping hot oatmeal for breakfast. So again, things that you can prepare ahead will help you the next day. Too often, people are running out of the house because they didn't plan. And so it's easy to say, well, I'll just go ahead and, go through the drive-thru, or I'll pick up something in the vending machine because it wasn't planned. So this is a way that you can go ahead and be ready for the day. And it's a lot healthier, and it's going to save you money. Set out your supplements, anything that you're going to need the next day. Okay, so number 2 is take a moment to tidy up your home. This could take 5 to 10 minutes. We're not talking about anything extensive, but again, because you're staying on top of things, you're preventing things from getting out of hand. So this might be just those common areas, the family room, the dining room, maybe going into the bathroom and making sure things have been picked up. Again, the more you can do those things, then you're really able to relax and give yourself space the rest of the evening because it's not in the back of your mind. Kitchen's clean, the house is tidy, so you're ready. And then the third thing is create a time for self-care. We talk about it, you hear people say how important it is, but most of us aren't doing it because the evening is so rushed. But what about if you carved out 30, 40 minutes or whatever you can, depending on your circumstances, to maybe go for that quick walk after a meal, which is a perfect way to end an evening. And then go ahead and maybe this is the time to take that bath or shower, just to read a book, do whatever, just to have some time for yourself. Touch up those fingernails, whatever feels good for you. That's self-care. This is your time. And then the next thing is take out the clothes for tomorrow. We think of this sometimes with kids, but even as adults, I'm not usually leaving the house in the morning, but I always have my clothes ready to exercise in the bathroom. So there's no excuse. Pull out what you're going to wear. Make sure that your purse, your keys, backpacks, all those things are in a place so that when you go out, whether it's first thing in the morning or later in the day, you don't have to search for them. That's huge. Have a place appointed for those things. And then last, make sure you're turning off those devices. Your email at this point can wait till tomorrow. Turn off your phone, turn off the TV. All of those things are not only distracting, but the blue light, all of that keeps your mind reeling. Avoid the nightly news. You can always find out the next day. And anything that's going to stir you up. Often if you're in the middle of this high intensity movie, again, it's going to have your brain working overtime. And then it's going to be hard to really settle down. So avoid any types of things. This is not the time to have that confrontation late at night. Okay? Sleep on it and think about it the next day. Hopefully these tips will help you to have a smooth evening and then, as a bonus, a great day the next day. So which one do you need to work on? Also, I'll leave a link to the video where I talk about morning habits and how they can help you the rest of your day. If you haven't, make sure to like and subscribe so you can get more tips on living a godly and healthy life so that you can go out and make an impact in your world. Take care. I'm Coach Maggie, a certified health and lifestyle coach, teaching you how to live a vibrant, healthy life God's way. Take care, and of course, God bless.